What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe B Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. My apologies to all my buddies on my cooking channel. It's been crazy with the Cowboys that I haven't had enough time to do the cooking recipes and stuff. It takes a lot more work, and between that and going down to the red brick house, it's been hard to get the content out on that. I am still working on losing weight. In fact, today was actually a great day because when the Cowboys lost in the playoffs, I was 278.8 pounds. Right now, I've lost 10 pounds. I'm under 270 right now this morning, so it's getting there bit by bit. I've cut out drinking sodas, although I've had a couple of rum and cokes here and there, and cut back on, I'll treat myself to a little candy here and there, but for the most part, just eating better. Now, I haven't gotten back into keto yet, but I'm going to try actually something. I'm going to try a 30-day cleanse to try and really clean out my system and try and get myself on a good even keel. And I'll be talking about that on the other channel, because that's one of those things where you have to realize shit happens, and we're trying to make sure that the shit happens the right way. But change is always hard. Change gets to be difficult no matter what you do. You develop friendships, relationships, and things like that, and at some point your relationships are forced to end, and it's different. It's sometimes it can be better, sometimes it can be worse. And see, the Cowboys systematically, I don't know if it's by hook or by crook or if it's intentional or not, but the Cowboys have literally taken away all of Dak Prescott's best friends. The course of the last two seasons, well, really the last season, might as well say the last year, Amari Cooper and Dak were pretty good, although we did hear the whole thing about you, the Black Kirk Cousins, and so on, so we don't know if there's any validity to that or not, but those two guys were really good buddies. And then La'el Collins, I believe, would have taken a bullet for Dak Prescott. You saw him take a unnecessary roughness penalty, and when the Commanders took a cheap shot on Dak, he came over and stood up for his quarterback and things. He, of course, was let go last year. And then you look at now Zeke Elliott, who has been, they're the same draft class. You remember, the thoughts I always have of remembering seeing Zeke up there throwing M&Ms at Dak while he's doing an interview. You know that those guys were best friends. So Dak was asked by Clarence Hill the bittersweet of returning for the 2023 season. And Dak's response is actually pretty deep. See the chicken? See, look at it. I've been eating better, see? Grilling some chicken. I've got some vegetables in there. I'm steaming, some broccoli and some cauliflower with just a couple of potatoes and some butter. It's actually almost, without the potatoes, it would be keto-esque. But he basically said it's hard to see the sweet right now because it hasn't sunken in. Right now it's sadness about Zeke being gone. But I know the sweetness is coming. And so, yeah, he's lost his friends. And that's hard because you've gone to battle every game of your career with Zeke Elliott. You've always been hanging out with Zeke Elliott. You're in the locker room with Zeke Elliott. They are truly best friends. And losing that is always tough. And that's the hard part about football, because from one season to the next, that team is gone. That team will never be the same. You'll have some pieces of it, but really the way we look at this now is everybody has become a Mike McCarthy guy. It's a 53-man roster plus the other guys. It's total of about 68, I think it is, 68 people. Of that 68 people, only 10 of those are guys that were here before Mike McCarthy got here. This is Mike McCarthy's team. We've turned the roster over. This is totally different and new. And so as you start to look at this and say, one, it's still one of the younger teams in the NFL, which is what you want. You want to get a group of guys young, coach them up, get them on the same page, get them working together, and then hopefully see them learn to win and win together. And that's where we are right now. And it's hard. It's hard for us even as fans because we all know that you can't pay your running back that kind of money. You just can't. It's too much. Hold on for a second. I need to check my... I'll be right back. It's hard losing those guys, but you have to move on. And maybe, just maybe, moving on from the Jason Garrett era and getting this new group of guys will usher in us being the team. Because now Dak's got new guys, like CD has become one of his best buddies, and I think that Jake Ferguson as well, and Tony Pollard, those become the new best friends. Now, I don't know if they can replace the friendship that Zeke and them had, but, they will. The locker room will cure all. I'm excited. I know we haven't signed any other players yet outside. I know that they're actually working on it and realizing that they have to do better. But, and we'll see what they finally come up with. I think they're actually, thus far, I think they've actually playing this offseason much better than what they have in the past. Now, I tell you what's funny here. I'm from Virginia. And earlier this week, there was Virginia was trending. And I, of course, checking out, saying, okay, why is Virginia trending? And Virginia was trending because of barbecue. Now, I'm not going to lie and say Virginia is like Kansas City or North Carolina or, Texas and barbecue. We're known really for hams. We're known for hams, Smithfield hams. And, of course, you go to Maryland, you're known for crabs. So you're not necessarily known for barbecue, although some people say Virginia barbecue. Now, if you've been in my house, Virginia barbecue is real good. But there was a picture of some barbecue that was claimed to be Virginia barbecue. And I looked at this plate, I was like, what the hell is this? First of all, there's a plastic cup of iced tea, ain't no ice in it. How you have iced tea without ice in it? Okay, that's the first thing. Now, maybe the person ordered it without ice in it. That's possible. Maybe they got a tooth issue where, they get ice and stuff, it freezes it and it hurts. That might have been the case. Then, you looked at the macaroni. There's no cheese on the macaroni. It's literally just macaroni noodles in a bowl. And it's like, what the hell is that? How you gonna have macaroni without cheese? It's like, the fuck? And then you looked at the barbecue itself, there's no sauce on it, and it looks dry. It looks like it came out the Sahara Desert. This is literally the worst barbecue platter I've ever seen in my life. And I'm like, seriously, I'm like, I don't know if it was a joke or what, but everything about this picture to me said, I don't want none of that barbecue. Now, understand, barbecue is different in different regions because, see, Texas has more of a vinegar-based, barbecue sauce, which is good. I myself, I have a spicy brown sugar, chipotle, spicy barbecue sauce that I do because I like the sweet and I like the heat. And you like the stickiness, so when you grab, it sticks, you got the stickiness, so it sticks to your finger, so okay? And that's the way I do it, okay? Every region is a little different. I don't know what region this was. And so I took offense to this. I'm like, I know we're not barbecue capital, but that ain't some shit that I've ever seen in Virginia. And people made fun of Virginia. People are like, oh my God, I'll never order no barbecue in Virginia. Look at that shit. You need to come to Texas, man. That's where some real barbecue is, right? So there's a Virginia state senator who, like me, took offense to seeing this barbecue. And she did some investigation, right? Turns out she found the picture on Facebook. Yeah. Somebody had, because you can't believe everything you read in the news. You can't believe everything you see on Twitter. So somebody chopped out this picture from the advertisement of a Facebook page of a barbecue restaurant. This restaurant wasn't in Virginia. Oh, no. This restaurant, which really needs to take that picture down, is in Texas. Now keep in mind, not every place in Texas, look at that. Look at that chicken. Ooh, look at that. Oh, look at that. Perfect. Not every place that you go in Texas has perfect barbecue. That's a fallacy. It's like saying going to New Orleans that every place has great food. And I can tell you right now, I remember being down there with my wife, and my wife will attest to this too. We were doing a community build in New Orleans. And understand, I've had a hard time finding a bad meal in New Orleans. You got to work hard to find a bad meal. But we found one. I'm not going to say the name of this restaurant, but we had some people that say, oh, my friend has a restaurant downtown. It is insane. It is so good. You know what? I'm going to get you a reservation for it. I'm like, oh, okay. All right, cool. The food was about like that barbecue pig. It's the worst meal I've had in New Orleans. So, the moral of the story is, don't believe everything that you read and that you see, because there's a lot of bull diggity out there. Peace.